So last time we saw Savitri rebutting what Yama had told her, Death had told her earlier, that after all your love is nothing but a vital passion. The passion of the physical, it is meaningless, etc., all that. Savitri had taken care of all those arguments, and now it is the turn of Death to carry dialogue forward. He has, in essence, no direct answer to what she had asserted, but he brings out, puts forward another point of view. He takes another turn in his argument, you see. What did Savitri assert? Of course, she said that I cherish God the fire, not God the dream. God the fire, not God the dream. It's a very, very big statement, very powerful, deep, occult statement. And if it has to be answered, countered, it has to be countered again with equal occult force, if not a greater occult force. If the person who is arguing against her has to win over it, he has to put into it a greater occult force. Then only it will become meaningful. Now, what is the thing which Savitri was asserting all along? Essentially, she was making 2 points, or we can see the whole thing from two angles. First, she is rebutting the arguments of Death, dismissing them, and then she is putting something else. She has first rebutted the arguments of Death. What are the arguments? That all this love, etc., all we are calling is falsehood. It is made of passion only. Her love is not, she has to say, she has to assert, she was rather asserting that her love is not lust and passion. It is not a vital instinct, the response to the glands of the physical. It is something more than that, something deeper than that. She, of course, first dismisses Death by saying that you are talking of falsehood, not of truth. There is an element of truth in what you are saying, but it is more covered by falsehood. So she first dismisses the falsehood, and the falsehood is that her love is nothing but lust. See, her love is not lust and passion. Then she also says that the world, this creation as it is now, has put on a garb, is a mask. And it is that mask of God that has to go away, and then you will see the reality behind all these things. World shall put off the disguises of this creation, unveil itself from terror of death, unveil from terror, dissolve everything from sin. One who can build a wondrous field. So that is the assertion she is making. Wondrous field. One, who is that one who has come from the wondrous field? Satyavan. One who came, built a wondrous field, this creation. Satyavan. How did he build it? By his presence itself. It has happened because he is Satya. And then asserted the presence and work. She asserted the presence and work of the dual power. The dual power, she says, is the presence of Satyavan and Savitri together. They are the dual power, and she asserted their work in this creation. Now, Death has to take care of these points in his argument, what we are going to see now. So while he has to take care of these arguments, he has to use 188 lines. You see? Yeah. But he is not really taking care of those points. He is rather bringing forward another point of view. He is giving another twist to the whole dialogue, to the whole debate, you see. And that is what is going to happen in these 188 lines. Yeah, it's a long speech, you see. 188 or say roughly 200 lines would mean he will be speaking for roughly 8 or 10 minutes, you see. You see. Non-stop, you see. Yeah, monologue, yeah. Yeah, well, for us, we are 188 lines are for us. So, so for us, it'll be about, 8-10 minutes roughly, you see. So she has to quietly bear all that. But death once more inflicted on her heart the majesty of his calm and dreadful voice. That is really something great about death. Something which can stand against everything, you see, calm. Of course, it's a dreadful voice for the weak soul. It is not for Savitri dreadful, it is for we poor creatures, it is dreadful, you see. And he starts with all that we have been talking of dual power, this thing, that thing, is all nonsense. It is a hallucination, it is an imagination, it is your dream, you see. A bright hallucination are thy thoughts. So now he has shifted the point. Earlier he was talking about passion, now he is going to talk about thoughts, mental. So the dialogue is now building up to a higher level, you see. And being the dialogue at the mental level, it has to have a long session. You see, mental beings keep on arguing, you see, as would do. A prisoner held, what are you? Who are you after all? You are a prisoner. Prisoner of what? Of thoughts. You are caught in your own thoughts, your own idea. You are a mental being. You are caught in that, you see. A prisoner held by a spiritual cord. Held. Held means pulled, dragged. Dragged. The way you drag your luggage with the help of a rope, that is called held. So in that way, by the spiritual cord, you are held constantly. A prisoner, you are a prisoner being dragged of thy own sensuous will with ardent slave. Thou sentest eagle poised to meet the sun, world's wing with the red splendor of thy heart. World's wing with the red splendor of thy heart. What poetry! This death is really a very good poet, you see. World's wing with the red splendor of thy heart. The words have wings and they're flying. With what? The red splendor, the passion of your heart. It is because of that passion of your heart, your words are being coming out of that, you see. Words. Now you see, this is a practically monosyllabic line. Words winged with the red splendor of thy heart. Except this, all are monosyllabic words, you see. And that gives a kind of force. And the line starts with words winged. That is spondy, very forceful, strong, with the red splendor, with the red splendor. See, so the first foot is spondy, the second foot is with the pirik, short. The third foot is again is spondy, resplendent. Red? Passion. Yeah. Heart. Resplendent of thy heart. So you see, this is a very typical kind of a line. You have got words being spondy, then a pyrrhic, then again another spondy, and another pyrrhic. Pyrrhic means short. Spondy means strong, you see, accent. So, voice winged with the red splendor of thy heart. This practically, although it is an I am, it is practically a spondy again, because thy gets a kind of a stress in the whole. Voice winged with the splendor of thy heart, you see. So you have a kind of a stress on thy coming, you see. But knowledge dwells not in the passionate heart. That is his argument. You have been talking high, lofty things, etc., but it is a passion. It is only the red splendor. And there is no knowledge. It is empty of knowledge. Your passion is empty of knowledge. Knowledge dwells not in the passionate heart. You don't know things. You don't understand things at all. You are only talking out of emotion. You see. Now again here you see, words vain to the splendor of thy heart, but knowledge dwells not in the passionate heart. Now actually the repetition of heart almost immediately after in the two lines is a traditional flaw. But here it is necessity. You can't use any other word here apart from heart. But knowledge dwells not in the passionate heart. You can't say knowledge dwells not in the passionate soul. You see, it doesn't convey that sense at all. You can't say passionate bosom. You can't convey passionate breast. You can't say that. None of those words should. You have to have nothing but heart. Love. Passionate love. Love it is. Yeah, but love has a different sense. You think you think that will be better? No. But knowledge dwells not in the passionate love. Well, it may pass. Yeah. At that time, Shivandu didn't refer it to you. Again, you see, the heart's words. You see, again, heart. The heart's words fall back unheard from wisdom's throne. You have been talking very wisely, but it's not really wisdom at all. After all, the passion, the emotion is something which will not admit wisdom. Not admit. So, when Plato lived for 82 years, not even once in his life did he smile. He says, if you smile, it means that you are becoming emotional. You are becoming passionate. You are becoming emotional. And if you become emotional, if you become passionate, then the purity of reason which is there, that gets lost. That was the argument, you see. The purity of reason should be absolutely calm, serene, detached, unconcerned about anything, you see. Then only the pure reason can come out, you see. But here you are mixing up now, obviously. So, he is kind of telling to Savitri, Savitri, go and read something of Plato's dialogues. You see. Then you will not become emotional. Then your reasoning will be pure. will not be contaminated with passion.